Straight back on the Volkswagen Golf R-Line, and we are getting straight on with this car. It's a 2024, we don't want it sitting around, and as usual we have called in the experts. Z is here from Airbag Service. Quite a lot of people do always say, how much do the airbags cost? How do I get hold of Airbag Service? Is there a discount code? And the answer to all of that is yes. We have now got a discount code with Airbag Service. I'm going to link them in the description, including that discount code, so you can get a nice little bit off of your airbags. But I'm just going to show you, we got both curtain airbags gone off in this car, the dashboard, the steering wheel, and also the seat belts. And Z is here and he is going to crack on with it. I'm going to try and stay out of his way. It is a one-man job. A lot of people think, a lot of people think, oh, this is a two-man job. But if I was in there helping you, I'd actually be getting in your way, wouldn't I?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. It's almost, when you're doing the car, it's likely better doing by yourself. Because sometimes when you're doing with somebody, it's not, maybe sometimes it's helping, but sometimes it's more, you have the more time to explain how you need to do.
Yeah.
When the guy knows his job, yes, it's simple. We maybe faster doing, but it's you needed to explain it more time. You needed to do with the car.
Yeah. Also, if I take out some screws, you take out some
yes,
screws, we mix together and we don't know whose screws belong to who. I am going to stay out of your way, but I'm going to keep popping in, checking on you, seeing if you need a drink, and of course, helping you where you do need it. So let's let Z get on with it and stay well out of his way. Thank you, mate.
You're welcome.
Of course, we'll get into this later, but what an expensive pallet. This has just arrived. So the pallet network dropped it off. We ordered it from a long way away, and as you can see there, it is a pallet of the Golf bits. We've got a complete front bumper there. It looks like it's in colour, and I thought it was. It's actually not, but I'll show you later on. That's really not going to matter at this stage. We've also got a front panel there and some other little bits. I won't give it away too much because I'm going to show you later on in the video exactly what we've got. I actually cannot believe, I can't believe it. I'll take my hat off to you again. It is absolutely like nothing ever happened. It just looks brilliant. And the key's in here, and you say he's cleared all the crash data as well. Can't run it for long, obviously, and I need to turn that music down somehow. Not sure where the volume is. There we go. And the airbag light has gone as well.
Yes.
That is it now. We can crack on and start getting this one put back together. Z, thank you again so much.
Welcome.
I can't believe you just did that in like 2.5, 3 hours, and it looks like nothing's ever happened. Don't forget there's a link for Airbag Service in the description down below with a nice handy little discount code. We certainly wouldn't use anybody else. Make them your first port of call. So of course this one does still drive, so we just chucked a jump pack on it, bought in that front panel, and we're going to bring the car straight into the workshop. I know someone's going to say, Rob, why have you got the vacuum out again? But as soon as we pulled it in, Chris said we better get all that glass off the scuttle panel, and that's actually from the car that this car went into the back of. Its whole entire back window, I'm sure, ended up on the scuttle panel of this car, so we needed to get all of that out. We're going to be working up there, and all the little shards do just cut you to pieces. Chris is removing some other parts and preparing to straighten out the flitch. People are going to be very grateful here, because I just actually stopped Chris on that time lapse. He's like, right, I'm going to get that flitch straightened out, and I was like, please, let's do it live. People always love seeing you do it, mate. I know for you, it's straightforward, it's repetitive.
It's a tiny little bit of damage, isn't it?
People still like to see how you do it, even how you're holding the hammer, what you're using.
Obviously, when they're to this extent, we put them on the jig.
Yeah.
But when it's like this, it's...
Sorry, I haven't hidden that. I've purely put that on there. If Chris misses with the hammer, we just want to protect it.
So on, obviously...
He's got various like hand tools Chris has got that he just collects over the years that are ideal for the job.
I think that sort of shows people how sort of tinny they are. I'm just going to dress that out, Rob, and then that's it.
Bit of hammer and dolly work around there.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, these are going to be a little bit more. So once I've done this, we cut back in. but it gets the same thing. It's just going to be a little bit of brute strength and a bit of hammer work.
And a little bit. I've just heard a bird come in. Did you?
Was there?
I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, mate. We'll let you get that finished. But that is.
It's so teeny.
It is, but you have got a tool for every job, I'd say.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much. Yeah.
You knew to just go and pick that
clamp.
up for that.
Yeah, just a clamp. Yeah.
Right. Let's let you get it straightened out. So after Chris gets that flitch about right, I have to sometimes hold a hammer for him so that he can use his dolly and hold it to stop the bounce, the spring out of it. And you can see here on the chassis end caps, he just gets me to hold the sledgehammer on the back of it while he clumps the front of it, just again to take the spring out of it. And then he gets a straight edge, checks that those front, on the end of those front chassis legs is straight. And then once he's happy with them, we're ready. Apart from finding a couple of tiny little bits more damage where I need to actually get the parts for it, Chris is pretty much there with it. So both of those chassis end caps, perfect. He's got to stick the little rib nuts back on the back and then just a little tiny tack weld that holds them on, because once he straightened them out, two of them popped off. You can see that is back perfecto where it should be. And these little brackets here, he managed to just straighten those out and get those back on as well.
Need a little bit of tweaking, but they're so flimsy.
Yeah.
When we offer the wing on, we just get the final. There's loads of adjustment on them as well, Rob.
You said that was very flimsy also.
Yeah, it's all quite superficial, isn't it?
So we are pretty much there with it, and of course we got that nice new front panel that is complete. We're umming and ahhing whether to put that on as a complete unit, because ultimately we have still got to change that inlet manifold because of a couple of little broken lugs, but I guess it'll be easy.
I think we've got a couple of pipes as well.
Yeah, there is.
That pipe's broken.
Yeah, so
I think this pipe's crushed.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, there's a few bits to change. So maybe we'll bolt it on. It's going to be quite easy to get it back off again, but to get it on there, get it bolted up and lined up. Anyway, that door, that's the next bit that we're going to tackle. It's actually quite bad, that door, and they are so expensive, but we know as soon as Chris gets his little hammers out and his little dolly in a minute, he's going to save that door, isn't he, mate?
Yeah, we'll have a go. It has knocked it out of adjustment slightly.
It has, yeah, you can see. I think it's knocked that top hinge back where it's hit it.
Yeah, the other one.
I noticed that earlier, so you can see it's just dropped down there, and it is kind of in there, and that's just where it's hit it quite hard there. And don't forget, this lower arm was broken, and of course it's all gone back there, hasn't it? It never damaged any of this, the wing, the wheels hit the wing that hard, and it's of course bent that back. Anyway, let's let him get on and try and get that straight, and then I guess we can get the wing on there and start lining it up.
Yeah, we need to find another leg for it as well, don't we?
Oh yeah, we noticed that was bent. After putting a new lower arm on it, we did notice that the wheel is it's towing in massively, so we need to get a suspension leg for it, which I think they share so many parts with the Fiats, the Skodas.
Oh, yeah.
There's many parts available. Right, mate, let's have a go at that door. Well, you have a go at the door. It's actually amazing to watch when Chris does pull these dents out. So he's got that same clamp he used on the inner flitch. And as soon as he bent the bottom part of the door, it went bong, and 2 or 3 of the big dents actually popped out. And you can see there, he's got a straight edge and he's just going up and down, comparing it to the other side. At this precise moment, he's not concentrating on the little dents. He just wants to get the edge of the door straight so that we can line this wing up and get that about right. The progress on this little car is unbelievable already, because when we bought this car, it had a wallop, Chris, and it looked like it had a right wallop as well. It was.
They do always look worse than they are, though.
We always say the cars, of course we can show that, you've seen it, they look better once they're stripped down, don't they? But to get this far on it already, now the line of the door down here, Chris has got that about right. Of course there's some work to do with a dent puller here, and he'll get the majority of that out. It'll have a tiny skim in it, and you're never going to know. And there's like some of these brackets under here that were bent that we're actually using. You can see that is still slightly bent. Chris will be straightening that up in a minute, and we'll be moving on to that. So that is so far so good. We've actually been sitting here for the last, I'd say, 45 minutes looking for car parts for other cars, waiting for these bonnet hinges to arrive.
Yeah.
Because they was meant to be here at a certain time, and they're a little bit late. So Chris is just getting them scotched up, going to get them primed, get them painted, ready to go on the car. But you've probably seen this come up in the comment section, but I definitely see it all the time. People say, how do you know We've never brought this up, but it is always in the comments. How do you know you're not buying stolen car parts? And our answer to that is, we do as much research on the companies. We try and stick to companies we know as well that are proper, official, VAT registered breakers yards, don't we? And this particular one, I got this from it was from eBay, but it was a VAT registered limited company. I spoke to the guy, he said, yeah, we're breaking the whole car. It's had like hard impact somewhere. Here's the parts. So we ended up buying these parts, and we bought it like that because we've got everything on there. It was expensive. The radar, the front bumper has some damage, but we have a new skin. It's got the grille on it. It's got the grills on it here. And all of the, in fact, Chris, look, he's left the reg on. I'm going to run a quick car vertical. Thanks, car vertical, for the continued support on the channel. This is going to be a great little check. So Volkswagen petrol 2024 damaged. You can see it there. Let's click straight on it and have a look. We found one record of this vehicle. This vehicle was marked as an insurance write-off. Let's go down to it. January 2025 this car was written off, so it wasn't very old. And there, look, estimated repair cost unknown. Write-off. Category B, unrepairable, some salvageable parts. And that is exactly what you'd want to see when you're buying car parts. And you know that they've come from a previously damaged vehicle. Once again, I want to thank Car Vertical for the continued support on the channel. Don't forget to benefit from a nice little discount off your check. You can click on the link in the description. It will automatically divert you to Car Vertical and include your discount. Or you can use the code that's been displayed up on screen throughout this check from any browser. And as you can see, these have come from a Category B breaker only car. These little pieces on top are the wings off the top of here. I asked him to remove them when packing it. So we've pretty much got a lot of stuff for this car, mate. I guess what they're drawing, we can get on and start getting some of this fitted.
I can almost guarantee if they hadn't left that number plate on there, someone would have put in the comments, yeah, that's a stolen car.
You've seen it, haven't you? It happens in pretty much every time we buy stuff.
Even though,
I didn't want to mention
even though we show in the video, don't we? Our go-to is Reclamet.
Yeah.
And if Reclamet haven't, then we start going further
branching
afield,
out,
don't we?
Yeah, we do indeed.
But there you go.
But yeah, that was lovely that they did leave that on there, wasn't it? It was actually fantastic.
Yeah.
Right, mate, I'll let you get them painted and we'll move on to the car. This is an epic amount of work that happened in this section of the video of the car. So we are actually going through all of the little pieces here that are broken on the front of this and making a list, because our plan is to just get on with this car and get a lot done in this video. But there's loads of little bits and pieces behind there that are broken that I need to get ordered up, because you send these cars off to paint, they end up coming back and you're like, now I need to wait a week for other parts to arrive. So we've just made a substantial list. This car is just about to start going back together now, and we've got that nice new front panel. It's so lovely to buy it complete off the same year car, same model, same spec. We're going to be able to just get that on there, get the bolts in it, and then start getting it all bolted up. So here comes the front panel, on it goes, and the holes line up perfect. Of course, now we're going to show you exactly how they line up and how good it did line up. I already know, but I've got to ask you for the camera. Are you happy how that bolted on there?
Yeah, just slotted on, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can show those little alignment
squares.
We've shown them before, haven't we?
So you've got a square there, basically, and there's a square in the chassis the other side. And that is your bang on alignment, and we've put it in there, and it's, well, you can see that bolt hole's bang in the centre as well.
You can see on that bolt hole, Rob.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just zoom in there. That's how you want it.
That's right.
So this car definitely had no chassis damage.
No,
it didn't, did
no,
it? Unless they call that flitch chassis damage.
Yeah.
That can come off now.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, the new wing, I mean, these even, sorry, I'm just changing the subject there, even these went on perfect, back on their centres. I've made a list of everything else that we're going to need there.
Yep.
I've taken this off, bonnet cables connected up. We are almost ready to fit the bonnet, but like Chris said, you've done the hinges.
Done the hinges and also the riv nuts in the new wing.
Yeah,
it's crazy, isn't
didn't come with them.
Crazy, isn't it?
So we got a brand new wing, and it didn't come with rib nuts. So Chris has had to put both of those in there, but again, it's not a drama. And then these brackets, actually earlier, I see him having a fight with one of these in the vice.
Yep.
And in the end, I just rang TPS. That one was £9.
I know.
I said, Chris, put it down, didn't I?
Yeah.
So we got a brand new one of them coming. We've also got a brand new one that goes on here for 16 quid.
Yeah.
Then, the reason I'm doing this a little bit now is because we've actually got to stop until the morning, and that is because the bonnet hinges, like everything under the bonnet, it is just threatened with paint. There is just a very, very minimal amount of base coat, but those hinges were brand new, and Chris has painted them, and he said because they are only primer and base coat, they would chip up if we put them on now. So you do want to leave that until the morning. So I guess.
But it's a pointless exercise building that all up with the hinges raw.
Yeah.
And then sending it to paint.
Yeah.
Because when it comes back, we've got to take it off because they won't paint the hinges. They just take the panels off. So we put them on, we get it all bolted up where we need it, and then we just remove the bonnet for paint. And then we know it's a quick job when it comes back from paint. There's no waiting around, is there? Or messing around.
No, definitely not. So I guess, mate.
It just means we've only probably got an hour before we knock off anyway.
So we'll start another video on something else.
So we just wait till the morning. They'll be nice and hard. And we carry on.
Yeah.
And those brackets will be here as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll be back in the morning. Look at this, for perfect harmony and making life easy. I'm fitting the hinges, and Chris has got that brand new bonnet out. He's turned it upside down, and he has run down all of the threads on the bonnet so that when we pop it on the car about now, the nuts are just going to spin on absolutely perfect. Of course, making your life easier. Work smarter, not harder, they say, don't they? But that's the bonnet on there, just lining up that passenger side, and then we'll take a look and we can move on to the driver's side that was a little more damaged. Usual, up, down, left, right, in, out, and that is exactly how it always is on every car. And it doesn't matter if it hasn't even been damaged.
No, that's right.
If you've taken the bonnet off for any reason, there is a lot of messing around to do. So we spared you all that with the time lapse. But this bonnet, now the chap we got the front panel off and we got the front bumper off, also had a bonnet with a dent in it. It wasn't bad, but it had like a dent round here, and he wanted
$350, I think it was.
$350 for it plus delivery,
Yeah.
which I think's reasonable considering how much they are new. But this is approved, so it's non-genuine, but it is insurance approved. So a body shop, if this went in and had a dent in it, could fit that bonnet for the insurance company.
That's right.
And it was £138.
I know. We're all about recycling, but you can't.
We're all about saving money as well.
Yeah, $350, and then it's got to have a repair, so therefore it's got to be painted. You may as well save 200 quid nearly and have that one.
It's a no-brainer, mate.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it?
So obviously this bonnet has got to come off to be painted, but we want to get it as good as we can get it at this stage of the build. Even though it's got to come back off, we want to get it as good as we can. And we are both very, very happy with how that one looks. There may be a very, very slight bit but this was damaged.
That's from the hinge.
Yeah, it actually bent this right up.
Yeah.
And on the time lapse, you would have seen Chris with an actual rubber sponge just push down on that and get it about right.
Well, I actually think what's happened is, obviously it was damaged in the accident, but when someone's first opened the bonnet after the accident, the hinge has come up and hooked underneath there and bent that up. So we've bent it down a little bit, but it needs a little bit more.
Bit of tweaking.
Yeah. And then those new brackets have arrived.
Just arrived.
Yeah.
So we're going to move on and get the front wing fitted. We do have a new headlight there from Eddie, and we have our original headlight. It does only have one lug, but for the moment, it's going to be fine for us.
Just realised I've done those riv nuts on that wing.
Yeah.
But there's another one, because that headlight
bolts to that.
There. I just noticed there's no riv nut in there, so
that's another one to do.
I'm going to have to...
2 in the back and 1 in the front.
So it's a bit annoying, but...
Right, let's get that done then, mate, and then I think we'll even hang that front bumper on it. I just want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, we can do, although we haven't got the...
brackets.
I think we've got one of the plastic brackets, but we need the plastic bracket that engages with there. We haven't got that, so...
Right, mate. Well, I guess we'll continue on and see how we get on until we run out of parts. Watch this car come together in this piece of time-lapse. Driver's side wing on. Just a couple of bolts in it. Of course, it's got to come off again. And then up and down with the bonnet, we get the lines about right on the on the edge there. You can see us both testing it. And then I hold the wing, Chris lifts it back up, does the bolts up, just working together there. Then we get the headlight in, get 3 bolts in that, so it's exactly where it needs to be. And then we're going to move on to the bumper skin replacement we got. Look at that car, even on this piece of time lapse, how incredible that looks. We're consolidating the boxes, getting everything in the boot. I think there's only one last thing to do in this video, and that is decategorise this car. Get rid of the salvage writing, because this is no longer a salvage vehicle. How lovely does that look?
Nice car and an easy repair.
It is a lovely car. It definitely didn't have any structural damage as far as I'm
No,
concerned.
it's all panelled up perfect, hasn't it? Gapped up really easy.
We put the bumper on there purely for aesthetics, really, for right now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's our new skin we're using. It needs 0 repairs, we're happy with. And of course, we got that bumper there. We're going to have all of the grills out of that does need a little bit of a repair. So we was never interested in that bumper. Eddie dropped that one off to us. Excuse me. So everything there is perfect, apart from that headlight is our original. It is toast. And I've put a bit of duct tape underneath it there just to hold it up and hold it in place. But myself and Chris, we're real happy with how this one's turned out, mate, right?
Yeah, nice car, nice car.
So, just roughly going through the next things to do. It wants a little bit of dent pulling down that door there. The door does need bringing forward a couple of mil. It is slightly too far back and the gap shows that. So just knock back on the hinges. And then that is pretty much
A little
it.
tweak on the top of that wing.
I don't think there's any other bodywork on this
No,
car.
mate, no,
It really
no.
is nice. The bumper's going to be a flat off and a paint. So that is it, mate, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, we're well pleased with that, Rob.
It's back on its wheels. It all runs and drives. So let's get it booked into the paint shop and get this one back and get it all put back together. There is a substantial list of little pieces that we've just picked up on. So we've now got them all there in that pot. I'm going to go through in a minute and just start ordering everything up. So when this one gets back from the paint shop, bang, we're done.
I think that is pretty much it. We've left the inlet manifold on because the car's drivable.
It is, yeah.
So, but everything else is in that box.
Yeah. Well done, mate.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Few hours working.
Yeah, nice purchase that one, Rob.
Lovely.
Keep them coming, mate, like that. Yeah.
Lovely. We've had a run of, I don't want to say it. I don't want to test fate.
Pretty straightforward stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. Right, let's leave it there for a minute. First and foremost, huge thank you to Airbag Service once again.
Yeah.
3 hours work for him.
Yeah.
Looks absolutely original, like nothing ever happened. I even see he was like being careful with the screws that he was putting back in, not to mark them, so that it never looks like it's happened. Airbag Service, like I say, a lot of you did ask, have done us a discount code, and you need to use that before you check out if you're buying anything from them. Obviously, otherwise it won't work. If you want to ring them up, make an order, and by all means use the discount code as well. I will chuck it up on the screen right now so you can see it on there, but when you do ring them up, the link's in the description for them, and also that discount code's in there as well, just in case you didn't see it when it quickly popped up there. So that is going to be the end of the... Would I be right in saying the second video on that car?
Yeah, so I'm guessing the next video will be the final video, won't it?
Let's include a picture of what that car looked like when it arrived. And would you believe, just 2 videos later, it's back to looking like that. And that is genuinely going to be a very nice car. That's going to be the end of today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe, hit the share button. It's free of charge. It really does help us out. And of course, we've got all our other socials if you're not following us already: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. And don't forget, if you've got a vehicle for sale and you think we might be interested, whether it's written off, it's your aunties, your sisters, your cousins, we will always pay a finder's fee. And of course, you get first refusal buying your car back from insurance. So you can buy it back, we give you a little bit extra, and you do a little bit better out of it. So there's an email in the description down below. You can reach out to me on there. Anything to add, mate?
That's it, Rob.
Yeah?
Yeah, keep, like I said, keep them coming like that, mate. Yeah.
Well, I'll keep trying. We're bidding on a few currently.
We are.
Let's get on the auction, see if we can get them bought. Have a great rest of your weekend, everyone. We'll see you next week in the next one.
No joke.
No joke.